So all smiles as he steps into the arena is Vladan BABIC, the 33-year-old from the Serbian capital Belgrade. Brings a perfect professional record to the boxing ring. 6 wins out of 6, and 5 of them coming inside the distance for the man who made his professional debut in 2018. But he continues to compete in the 3-round format of IBA boxing. The Belgrade winner in March.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent coming to us in the gold corner from right here in Austria. It's BABIC
Well, what a wonderful moment for Ahmed HAGAG. The 24-year-old from right here in Austria, fighting on home soil, fighting in Vienna for the very first time. He tops the bill en route to the boxing ring. IBA European title at stake here in the super heavyweight division. Ahmed HAGAG, a really accomplished operator, having earned medals in the European Championships, under 22 level, and in the senior edition as well.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as this is an IBA professional title fight and an international contest, we will honour both boxers with their national anthems and, of course, the anthem of the IBA. At this time, let me please welcome into the ring the Secretary General and CEO of the IBA, Mr. Chris Roberts, OBE, and the President of the Austrian Boxing Federation, Mr. Igor Rakitic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please be upstanding for the anthem of the IBA. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is IBA Champions Night, Vienna. And this is our main event of the evening. 8 rounds of boxing for the IBA Pro European title. Presented to you by President of the IBA, Mr. Umar, in association with the Österreichische Boxverband. Ladies and gentlemen, your officials for this contest are judges at ringside: Barry Tucker of Ireland, Alvin Finch of England, and Jakob Peterson of Estonia. Your referee in charge of the action at the bell from Italy is Luca Vanilonga. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our boxers are ready for action, and our viewers are ready for action. Let me ask you, Vienna, are you ready for action? Introducing to you first, fighting out of the black corner, weighing in at 120 kilograms. He comes to the ring with 32 big wins as an amateur, including 13 by way of knockout. As a professional, he is unbeaten. 6 wins, no losses. 5 of his 6 wins come by way of knockout. From Belgrade, Serbia, please welcome the hard-hitting Vladan. Across the ring, fighting out of the gold corner, weighing in at 114 kilograms, an experienced amateur boxer with 24 wins to his name. He is an IBA World Championships quarter-finalist and an IBA Golden Belt Series finalist from Braunau, Austria, Damon und Herren. Please welcome Ahmed.
So they're the tail of the tape in our main events of the evening. Ahmed Hagag and Vladan Babic facing off for the IBA European title in the super heavyweight division. We're scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds, and we're underway. The IBA European title on the line between 2 accomplished operators from the 3-round realm of IBA boxing. The man wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold is Vladan Babic, 33 years of age, from Belgrade in Serbia. A man making a quick start who has just landed with a flashing overhand right to conclude that 3-punch combination is 24-year-old Ahmed Hagag from right here in Austria. Speaking to both of these boxers yesterday, speaking about their excitement at the prospect of battling for the IBA European title. It's been a rapid-fire start by both boxers to begin this one. Hagag looking for that right hand over the top behind his left jab. Content to operate behind that low-held lead left. He's the more fluid of the 2 boxers, but Vladan Babic possesses really heavy hands. Of his 6 victories out of 6 in the professional ranks, 5 of them have come inside the distance. You see him going in search of that right hand over the top just a few moments ago. Scoring left jab to the body off the back foot while moving clockwise to his left from Hagag. Oh, beautiful left-right combination landed from Hagag, and then dropping down effectively to the body before ending that 3-phase attack with another right-hand success upstairs. Just going walkabout beyond punching range, while in the corner attempting a check left hook to spin his way out of there. Hagag, Babic continuing to press over that front foot. You can see Hagag beaten him to the punch during the course of this opening round. But BABIC continuing to press. And remember, in this division more than any other, a single shot can turn things upside down in an instant. So Hagag remaining concentrated as BABIC gets through with a good scoring left jab to the body. Changing direction and moving counterclockwise now is Hagag. Left-right success once again from Hagag, boxing effectively off the ropes, bobbing and weaving before claiming his man and walking him back to the space of center ring. Referee Mr. Luca Varialonga separates the two boxers, closing seconds of this opening round. Left uppercut landed on the inside by BABIC, and then digging away with a right hand to the body. BABIC standing a towering 6 feet 5 inches tall, or 1.96 meters. Perhaps not ideally suited to inside work, but a mountain of a man as Ahmed Hagag makes his way back to the corner, and the instructions of his coach and father, Mr. Hassan Hagag, head coach of Vladan BABIC, is Mr. Nebojša Čurović. Some terrific punch picking in evidence during the course of that first round from Hagag, who started the round brightly, using wonderful speed of hand and foot and fluid movement to score without reply. But then on occasion, BABIC not too far away with his own pile-driving punches, particularly that right hand, and that left hook on the inside will have certainly got Hagag's attention. So into the second round we go. Speaking with both of these men yesterday here at the Hilton Vienna Park. Both of them taking interesting routes into boxing from other sports, ball sports. Beautiful right hand to the body and left hook from Hagag, who then retreats, Euro stepping his way backwards towards the perimeter of the boxing ring. Big swing and a miss with the right cross from BABIC before Hagag again spins his way out of the corner. But for Vladan BABIC, he was a basketball player. And of course, Serbia, such a prolific nation in all sports, but basketball in particular. And the cut to the left eye of Hagag. Now we're going to have to keep a close eye on the extent of that cut, but it appears to be significant and it's in a bad place. Hagag will be aware of that, and now referee Mr. Luca Varialonga calling time. And it's a significant injury that has been sustained to both eyes. Let's keep a close eye on Mr. Luca Varialonga. And what gesture does he make in the direction of the officials? But both eyes have just opened up on the face of Ahmed Hagag, and they appear to be in bad places above the eyes as well. Right around the eyebrows. I'm craning my neck to keep an eye on Mr. Luca Varialonga to see what he gestures in the direction of the ringside officials. See whether these injuries have been sustained by punches or by a clash of heads. But they opened up in a hurry and they have been bleeding profusely. The doctor, after inspection, content for the contest to continue. But they've begun to leak once again as soon as the action resumes, approaching the halfway stage of this second round. Left hook on the back foot from BABIC, who nods in the direction of his man as if to say, bring it to me. But Hagag, having sustained two terrible injuries, really going about his work in a hurry here, picking up the pace of his punches. And again, he dabs at those injured eyes. My goodness. It was the cut to the left eye that I saw first from my commentary position here ringside, but when he made his way over, a cut to his right eye apparent, and his face being turned into a crimson mask here now, with a minute remaining in the second round. BABIC keeping his concentration, right hand landed to the body by the man from Serbia. And so as well, as a well-conditioned opponent, right hand is a beautiful shot, then spinning off the line, Hagag, but as well as a well-conditioned opponent filled with determination and confidence, he's got the adversity and inconvenience of 2 cuts to deal with. One in over each eye, and it's physical on the inside once more. Left, right to the body from Hagag is a scoring combinations. Again, he uses his legs effectively to back away from the attempted counter. Beautiful punch picking once more from Hagag, who's receiving plenty of encouragement from the home fans here. He's telling me that it's his first fight in Austria for some 4 years because he's been on duty representing the national team in IBA tournaments around the world. Good right hand driven in at mid-range from BABIC. Forced to swing and miss again as Hagag goes his way out of the corner, moving counterclockwise to his right. Beautiful punch picking off the back foot from Hagag as BABIC was seeking to apply pressure, but an incident-filled second round. And there is Hassan Hagag, the father of Ahmed Hagag, who was a boxer of some repute himself, representing both Egypt, the land of his birth, and Austria back in the late 80s, back in the 80s and 90s. But my goodness, his corner team have got to get to work here because those injuries are significant. Just keeping their man calm is going to be a key component, one suspects, of the instructions coming from Hassan Hagag and his team. It looks as though it's sharp shooting punches that have had a ripping effect on the eyes of Ahmed Hagag. So in the event that these injuries cause the bout to be stopped, it will be TKOI for Vladan BABIC as we move into the 3rd round. The IBA European title on the line in this super heavyweight contest as Hagag lands a right hand over the top. And before that, drama of cuts being sustained to both eyes at practically the same time. They're almost simultaneous as Hagag lands a right uppercut before attempting a left hook during a 2-shot combination. I was telling you the route into boxing for both of these men as BABIC lands a pile-driving right hand just above our commentary position, with Hagag inconvenienced on the ropes, spoken to by referee Mr. Luca Vanilonga about following through with his head. And even though this is the sweet science governed by the Marquis of Queensberry rules, it's a fight ultimately, and these things can and do happen during the course of a bout of boxing. Ahmed Hagag was a footballer. Didn't start boxing till the age of 14. Loved the team sport of football, but was telling me that he was being bullied at school. And despite having a father who was so immersed in the sport at such a high level, football was his thing, but after encountering bullies at school, took himself to the boxing gym so he could learn how to handle himself and protect himself, and fell in love with it instantly. Similar tale of love at first punch for Vladan BABIC, who was a basketball player, but after picking up an injury, his weight ballooned massively, and so went to the gym to lose weight, as again it's heels of the glove and forearms going in from BABIC, perhaps seeking to exacerbate those cuts that have been sustained by Hagag. But his weight ballooned to 140 kilograms. And so went to the gym to lose weight. But again, as soon as he laced them up and started to work on the bag, well, he decided that this was going to be the sport for him going forwards. Didn't start until 20 years of age, but that story of stepping into a gym to lose weight is similar to that of so many boxers. One who springs to mind is Natasha Jonas, multi-weight world champion in the professional ranks, Britain's first ever female Olympian into the ring, hence the nickname Miss GB. She went to the Rotunda Club to lose weight up in Liverpool, and she told me when we were commentating on ringside duty together on one night of amateur boxing, that over 25 years later, she's still there and has ascended to being the very best in the world. So the corner have done a good job treating those cuts, because it's only in the closing stages of this second round that they've begun to open up again. And the pattern of the contest set. Punch picking on the move from Ahmed Hagag. Vladan BABIC seeking to apply pressure and unleash pulverizing punches, particularly that right hand. So some of the action from that round, there's the head going in from Vladan Babic after pinning Hagag to the ropes. It's physical, it's rough and tough on the inside. Hagag not complaining, but just letting the referee know that there was some follow through with the head, but when he finds space for his punches, he's pot-shotting effectively. So moving to the fourth round of a contest scheduled for 8, the IBA European title on the line in this super heavyweight bout. Ahmed Hagag from some 3 hours north, some 300 kilometers north of the capital Vienna. Boxing club is the Branau boxing club in the north of the country, and again look at the manner in which he's shooting out those straight punches. Not really sitting down on them, but they are sharp shots. And he was able to just evade the incoming counter from Babic, who's continuing to seek to back his man up and walk him down as he belts him to the body with a two-shot salvo before bringing a left hook upstairs. Babic backing up Hagag to his own black corner. And again, continuing to dig away just above the belt line is the man from Belgrade. Beautiful two-shot combination from Hagag once again, then right hand to the body, left hook upstairs. Babic inaccurate with the left hook and was countered by a right hand, and then a right hand counter came twice in quick succession from Babic, but not before he was scored upon to both body and head by Hagag. Halfway through this fourth round, left right from long range landed by Hagag, who's breathing through an open mouth. Is he beginning to labor a little bit here in this fourth round? Remember, an exclusive operator in the 3-round format of IBA boxing, as it's rough and tough on the inside from Babic once more. Forearm going in, bit of head being left on Hagag from Babic, and he, remember the weight's not declared, but I think he's the heavier boxer after yesterday's weigh-in. Whereas Vladan Babic, experienced in the professional code. All of his bouts in the pro ranks have been 4-round affairs. Beautiful check right hand again during the course of that 1-2 from Babic. Able to spin off the line counterclockwise to his right. And in addition to those 4-round affairs, Vladan Babic, a veteran of World Series boxing, having competed in 2015 with the China Dragons, fought Lenier Perot in Cuba and Joe Joyce, the Olympic silver medalist in China. So the fourth round, and indeed the fifth, not holding any fears for Vladan Babic, where this represents brand new territory for Hagag, and you can see that he's feeling the pace as he breathes through an open mouth, and that 60-second interval that he'll have now, welcome respite indeed, as the cuts will be treated once again over in that gold corner. Some of the action from round number 4. When he's got room for his punches, Hagag is really effective, but Babic seeking to deny him that room by walking him down and backing him up. And then having success with his own right hand, and he's physical on the inside as well, is Babic. As we prepare to go into the second half of the contest, how is Ahmed Hagag going to hold up physically? So 4 rounds completed, a potential 4 rounds remain in this super heavyweight battle for the IBA European title. Scoring jab to the body to begin the proceedings, as BABIC scoring with that lead left hand to the body of HAGAG once again. HAGAG boxing effectively off the ropes, spinning off the line. Jolting left jab landed by BABIC. Remember, he invariably has been operating from the center of the ring, whereas HAGAG has been using the entire boxing ring while circumnavigating the ring effectively, such as that check right hand there and then spun off the line, following up with a counter. Wonderful punch picking. There was a bit of an elbow went in from BABIC there unintentionally as he went to claim his man. But I'd suggest that more miles have been clocked up on the odometer of HAGAG during the course of this contest, as BABIC scores with the right hand to the body, countered by a right hand over the top from HAGAG. Again, two men leaning on one another once more. BABIC now operating behind a low-held guard, mirroring the stance of HAGAG, who steps in with a left-right combination with a right hand. Was a scoring shot upstairs. He looks for the check right hand once more, does HAGAG, and finds his head beneath the left armpit of BABIC, seeking to sap the strength of the man from Austria. Right hand to the body was partially blocked by the left arm of BABIC. But again, the pattern continues of pot-shotting and pivoting from HAGAG, as BABIC trying to back his man up and then impose himself physically and his will, of course, in this contest. Left-right combination saw the right hand rendered a slap as it came over the top from HAGAG. Heel of the glove into the face of HAGAG once again from BABIC. So BABIC continuing his pursuit of HAGAG. HAGAG takes a good right hand from BABIC, who really found the range, and then a left hook to the body, followed by more success in combination fashion from the man from Serbia. And again, HAGAG appears to be really feeling the pace here, just steals a glance to his own corner before a clumping right hand checks his chin. And then BABIC leaning on the inside, just seeking to sap the strength of HAGAG further. Check right hand success once again from BABIC as the two men lean on the inside once more. So the uncharted territory successfully navigated by HAGAG during the course of that round. But again, we have to pose the question as to how is he feeling physically. That this 60-second respite will be welcomed by the multiple European medalists in the 3-round format of boxing. But one suspects that BABIC will be sensing his opportunity here, because he will know more than anybody, or have a sense as to how HAGAG is feeling. He'll hear his breathing, he'll feel the effect of his punches, the sharpness of them. And if there's any diminishment, or if there's any change in the breathing and diminishment in the sharpness or power of the shots, he will have downloaded that information and will go about pursuing his man with renewed purpose here as we prepare to go into the 6th round. So into round number 6 we go. Vladan BABIC, hearing the timekeeper make that announcement for the first time in his decorated career. As the pace is just slowing here to begin this 6th round, and again, unsurprising, it's a check right hand attempted again from HAGAG, but he couldn't find a range and wasn't able to slide off the ropes. Digging in with the right hand as the two boxers are entwined in a clinch is BABIC. And BABIC again operating out of that wide-legged stance, just stalking his man here now. As HAGAG takes a good right hand to the chin, but then it was countered by HAGAG, drawing that coming together. And good burst of punches to the body from HAGAG, showing his competitive spirit, because he's chin was checked by a really accurate pot shot right hand from BABIC a few moments ago. He was aware of that. And then there's another combination to both body and head. And I posed the question as to whether Hagag is feeling the pace. If he is, surely BABIC standing off a little too much, because now Hagag's energy levels appear to have recovered, and that is why he's been letting his hands go in combination fashion to good effect here as we approach the midpoint of this 6th round. Again, a boxer in condition. You can see their energy levels recover rapidly, even though they can appear to be feeling the pace. If they're not put under any pressure, and can get that respite in between the 4 corners of the boxing ring, energy levels can head back towards optimal in a matter of a few seconds. BABIC seems to be feeling the pace as well as he leans on to Hagag. Just under a minute remaining in round number 6. Well, there are cries of holding coming from the corner of BABIC as Hagag is pot-shotting, and then look at that, claiming his man beneath his armpits. Beautiful right hand off the back foot from Hagag after BABIC had a success on the front foot. But it's physical and untidy on the inside as we approach the 10-second clapper here in the 6th round. Right-left combination was a reverse 1-2 from Hagag, who, despite the fatigue that is enveloping him like a blanket, able to produce pot shot combinations of quality like that. He's managed that round really well, has Ahmed Hagag, because I think that he was wilting at the start of it, but his energy levels recovered and he managed to pick his moments where he chose to let his hands go. Did so effectively, inconvenienced BABIC by tying him up, and cleverly got his way through the 6th round. If we take a look at some of the action, cracking right hand landed by BABIC. The 2 men studied one another, but that was a really wonderfully picked right cross from the man from Belgrade. Dipped the knees of Hagag, but he took it well, but then afterward that spurred him into life, working effectively to both body and head, and just choosing the moments when he decided to let his hands go. So we move into round number 7. Left hook off the ropes from Hagag after BABIC went power driving forwards, and as the 2 men disengage, it's a crisp 1-2 combination from Hagag. Left-right, which swiveled the head of BABIC. And Hagag has emerged from his corner to begin round number 7 with renewed energy and fervor through the first 30 seconds of this penultimate round. BABIC continuing to lean in with his head. Hagag with the dangerous tactic of having his chin up in the air and his eyes looking at the ring lights. As BABIC pursues his man once more, catches him with a left hook followed by a right hand after he momentarily pinned Hagag towards his own black corner. Oh, what a right hand landed from BABIC, and it visibly dipped the knees of Hagag. He appeared to momentarily wilt as though somebody had pulled the plug. Now, how badly hurt has he been by that right hand success landed by the man from Belgrade? He lets his hands go competitively once again before claiming him once more. Did BABIC recognize the extent to which he seemingly hurt Hagag? Because he would have been unsighted because he fell into a clinch, but again, he would have felt the presence of his opponent. And both boxers really feeling the pace here beyond the halfway stage of this penultimate round. But Hagag showing a fantastic competitive spirit, because he's, remember, beyond 3 rounds for the first time in his boxing career, but he's negotiated this brand new experience with wonderful demonstrable desire. Can BABIC summon up the energy and the accuracy to take advantage of any fatigue that Hagag may be experiencing? But BABIC feeling the pace as well. Remember, he beyond 5 rounds, the 5-round distance of World Series boxing for the first time in his career. And again, this contest perhaps being taken beyond the realms of physical conditioning here now. And he's about the intangibles of desire and determination as the two men take a tumble to the canvas. My goodness. And that is an awful lot of weight to pick up off the mat for Vladan Babic, and that'll take energy in itself. So closing seconds of this 7th round. Right hand. And spinning off the line is Hagag. And again, just that brief interval where Babic was picking himself up off the floor, just re-energizing his gas tanks and allowing him to produce that check right hand. But on the bell, another solid 2-shot salvo landed by Babic. Credit to both of these super heavyweights for the commitment that they are demonstrating with 3 minutes remaining in this battle for the IBA European title. Well, Vladan Babic landed a blistering right hand during the course of that contest in that very corner where he is taking a stall now. And that a crisp 2-shot success for Hagag. But that was the right hand, and look at how it dipped the knees of Hagag. Then a clinch ensued, and I wonder whether Babic was aware of the effect that it had on his opponent. Cleverly tying his man up was Hagag, showing veteran savvy beyond his 24 years as we move into the final round in this battle for the IBA European belt. It's been a fantastic contest filled with commitment, determination and desire as a right hand landed from Hagag, spins out of the corner and then gets back to the space of center ring. And much like the old school trainers, Angelo Dundee and Ray Arcel, he has emerged with his hair neatly brushed into place, because after the physical 7th round that he contested, that can lead the man in the other corner thinking, well, hold on a minute, how come my man looks so fresh? Put that hair back into place, the blood from the cuts has been cleaned up, and he appears almost as fresh as he did when he entered the ring to begin this battle for the IBA European crown. Again, such is the psychology of this wonderful sport of boxing. Tricks can be played on the mind of the opponent. Remember, in so many instances where boxers have endured torrid rounds only to emerge looking revitalized and refreshed, that can be really dispiriting for the opponent in the other corner. So approaching the halfway stage of this final round is another right hand. Bazookas its way home for Vladan Babic. But Hagag is continuing to bob and weave in front of his man, tries a right hand to the body. May have glanced the rib cage of Babic. And again, the fatigue that he's experiencing etched all over his face, but the man's desire and competitive spirit indomitable. Because again, he's continuing to battle through the discomfort of his fatigue, trying to see whether he sustained another cut on the bridge of his nose. Ahmed Hagag, but he's still in there, not only competing, but maneuvering his way around the boxing ring, up on his toes. Again, clearing that nose as Luca Vallelonga content for the contest to continue. Final 30 seconds of what has been a really physical, hard-fought, attritional affair. Cut sustained to both eyes of Ahmed Hagag in the 2nd round, and here in the final round he appears to have sustained a cut around the bridge of his nose, around his left eye. But he's going to make it through to the final bell. And I think in between all of the incidents, that he will have done enough to be declared the victor here. Vladan Babic in the contest, every second of the way, had successes, particularly with his right hand. But the two men giving absolutely everything. That is how much the IBA European title means to both of these boxers. And it's a long, weary-legged walk back to his own black corner for Vladan Babic. He played his part in what was a really hard-fought, competitive affair. And there is evidence to the cut beneath the left eye of Ahmed HAGAG, in addition to the cuts above both eyes sustained in the second round. But both men giving absolutely everything during the course of that contest. Now I happen to think that Ahmed HAGAG, the man in the white, the gold corner, has done enough to have his hand raised as the victor here. But he will know that he has been in a fight. Vladan Babic testing his chin, examining his resolve and desire, particularly with his right hand. Vladan Babic in with a boxer who was fleet of both hand and foot. And Ahmed HAGAG used those qualities effectively, even when he was seriously fatigued. He showed a veteran savvy up there in the boxing ring, did the 24-year-old, to buy himself some time, remain beyond punching distance, and then explode into life with an eye-catching flurry of punches. Despite this man's best efforts, I think it's going to be Ahmed HAGAG's hand who is raised as the victor here. But of course, we need official confirmation from the three scoring judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for both of these warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, we go to your judges' scorecards where we have a unanimous decision in favor of your winner, who is now the IBA Professional European Champion. In the gold!
Ahmed HAGAG punching the air in absolute delight at having been declared a unanimous points decision victor over Vladan Babic of Serbia. And that means that he is the newly minted IBA European champion in the super heavyweight division. And my goodness, what a hard-earned bauble he has just secured here tonight. Cut above both eyes in the second round, cut beneath his left eye in the final round. Took some hellacious right hands from Vladan Babic during the course of that 8-round contest. A contest where Vladan Babic was always in it. But the effective pot-shotting and punch-picking of Ahmed HAGAG, enough to see him declared a unanimous points decision victor and the new IBA European champion. Let's hear his post-fight thoughts here now.
Just two last questions. Firstly, a word on your opponent, Vladan Babic. It takes two warriors to have a great fight like that, and I saw a lot of respect between you after the fight.
For sure. Last time, so with a lot of experience, actually we show all the people here how these two fighters, these two boxers can fight or they give everything what they can do for this fight.
And how do you feel about this journey with the IBA? You're just starting up, building up through the ranks. Eventually, the goal would be an IBA world title shot. So how do you feel about building up the ranks?
Like I told before, thank you for the animal, especially thanks to Mr. Christopher, who was there to give me this chance. And I hope it will be the best chance like I told before. And yeah, we just look forward for the next match or the next event. And I hope that I will invite you to the
Just give one final message to all your friends and supporters here who came out to support you.
Thank you for everybody here. It was an incredible night with your support. Thanks for everybody here, and I hope I make you proud actually. This fight.
Congratulations, your new IBA Pro European Champion. Congratulations.
So Ahmed HAGAG, understandably emotional after that terrific triumph to claim the IBA European title. As we take a look at some of the action, we're looking at a replay sequence. I can tell you that Ahmed HAGAG has summoned up the energy to produce some impressive capoeira up in the boxing ring during the course of his celebrations. But this is how hard fought the affair was. He sustained two significant cuts in the second round, both of which were caused by the punches of Vladan Babic. But he managed to summon up the energy, withstand the heavy right hands that Babic landed on repeated occasions during the course of this contest. None better than that, which visibly dipped the man's knees. But he managed to use boxing and movement to get the better of Vladan Babic, who deserves immense credit for the part that he played in what was a really competitive, entertaining affair. But after 8